Good afternoon, my powerful MVP family and all my beloved friends, all my members. How do you do? How do you do? A special hello to all of you. And to the visitors, I say thank you for visiting. I hope that you will subscribe and like the videos and just contribute to the conversations. But this is your girl, Miss Bev, and today I just want to follow up on the video I did last night. There's some questions and I just need to explain a few things. As I said, getting ready to return to a country you have left for many, many years, it takes a lot of planning, a lot of more planning, a lot of coming home often to check out the space and then to make your decisions. It also takes a lot of learning about the benefits that are there for those who are returning, and also to understand the responsibilities when you return. So it's not just leaving the country, go away, work, 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 then build up your wealth and come home and think that, all right, so I'm old now, so I have nothing to do but come enjoy the monies I've worked and built up over the years. Remember, you're coming home, and as I said in other videos, taxes have to be paid. There are other things that need to get taken care of. So we have to remember those things. Don't just plan, okay, so my light bill will be X amount. I can keep it under this amount if I stay hot and bothered and just deal with it. Or, you know, this for my food, I don't have to eat a lot. I can bake some breadfruit or bake some this and that, and you're budgeting, but you're not budgeting for taxes, you're not budgeting for other necessities. And so when you do these things, then there will be no surprises when you come. You can enjoy without the frustration of learning, this has to be done. Where am I going to get the money from? And, you know, this going to cut into my budget. So I'm just saying that. But the video last night, there were some questions. One of you, my friends, Everton, said, what were you doing up so late or so early in the morning then? Because it showed at 12:30 my time here in Jamaica. So it would have been 1:30 in America. It would be daytime where trending is in the Philippines. It would be different times around the world. But guys, it was a premiere. Premiere is not a live video. It's a video that is done, and then it is set. It has that setting so that we can interact with the video in real time. So if I was up when it started, I could have been there, and when you asked questions, I would have been able to respond to you right then and there. So that's what a premiere is. It's not live like but it allows you to interact with me in real time as we watch the video together. So there were other questions as it relates to my cousin. Miss Ruby did give a response, which I pinned at the beginning there. She gave you some timeline, like the amount of years they were together. She spoke highly about him and the love that they shared. He passed away this year. That's her husband. A lot of what took place with her returning home, they were not married then. They were still dating and doing that. Marriage came afterwards. So the whole highlight wasn't about her life as with him. It just was highlighting the process of transitioning home as a returning resident, all the things that she had done, all the things that she shipped, and everything is just left there in Jamaica because when he passed away, she was already back in America, and everything starts unfolding, and she just didn't want to, we were just thinking God knows best. So she wasn't there. So all the things that she shipped down, the nice pressure cooker you see on the stove, the nice stove you saw there in the kitchen, a side-by-side refrigerator, the big dining table you see there, and we didn't see in the bedrooms. Again, The space did come with that shop in the front that she painted herself. Funding went down. I remember also contributing to that, where he built up the front of the shop because, as I said, it was a nice space. And I imagine how beautiful it was prior to them living there years and years ago when the other owners were there. And so their intention was to bring it back to life. And so she painted, brighten up the colors, and her husband, who was a concrete builder, that kind of a mason, I don't know what else they call it. I think it's a mason. So he did the concrete work, and you saw the pig's pen. So she was living a good life. She was living the dream of what many of us would like. Animals in the pen, chickens. He had rabbits in there. Not the pigs for me, but you could just be in that setting and hearing the sounds. What could be more beautiful than that? And then you saw that they had enough land in the back for farming. So it was a good buy, but there was no title for it. They were able to plant their pumpkin. You saw pumpkins there that he was showing. It was a good space. Once you fenced it in and do what you had to do, I can imagine that it would have been just beautiful. Would have been more beautiful. So that's what it is, guys. So my focus on the video was not about her marriage or her relationship. It was on the returning process, the process of her not understanding, the process of she shipping, and somebody, the shipper, the shipping company would tell her there's somebody down there without letting her know that the broker is about money. It's not about being a friend or to help you get things done in a friendly manner. If you don't have money, no matter how they laugh with you at first, when they start quoting prices, if you don't have the funds, then you're no longer their friend. Everything is just money. And so as people get ready to come home, I'm hoping the video helps them to understand that you have to know. A lot of it you have to do the research on your own. You can't don't go shop and start packing your things and then get a container and you worry about the price of a container and get it on the ship for them to come pick it up and get it on the ship. Worry about when it gets to Jamaica. How is it going to work that I get it to my house? How is it going to work so that nobody steal my stuff? How is it going to work? What is there? Is there any allowances from Jamaica for me who is coming back to Jamaica to help pay taxes and stuff like that? What is in place for me? So it's not just putting those things there, because a lot of us, we just feel like we're going to shop till we drop, and we're going to get all those things, and we're going to have a pretty house, and we're going to have a this and that. But then we don't know the process when that container drops in Jamaica, how it works to get from the wharf to your door, and then to get it emptied. Can I keep the container for days? If I keep it, how will it get back to them? How does it work? Is there a way that if I pay for the container, then I will be able to keep it, so I could open a little feeding store, a store to sell feeding, pigs feeding, chicken feeding, things like those, and other farm needs? Or do I have to return it once I empty it? Is it better for me to empty it and let them just take it back with them to, if I don't have space to put it? How will these things work? How does it come together? And so, how much will it cost to unload it? I remember when my aunt went home, and luckily she had some friends who had a truck, had an open back truck. And when the trailer came and it couldn't turn into her yard, what they were able to do was to use that open back truck to load it, to make sure she had people on the trailer watching her things while the rest of them were loading up the open back truck and pushing things up into her yard, because she had a little grade to go in. And so they were able to bring up the things, and there were people up there to unload and put where they belong. And so it's a process. You have to evaluate all those things before you go talk about just shipping home a container. If you're not living in a space that is level, so when they come, they just wind it up and push right into your space. It's a different situation. So guys, let us stay focused. You're planning to come, make it a smooth transition. The easiest transition is to come with your two long hands and come home and, I don't know. You kind of think, but again, as somebody said, they have quality furniture down here. You have to come see for yourself. You have to come see for yourself, because I really don't think so. But you have to come see for yourself. And so, to each his own. You know what you like, you know what you want, you know how much you want. And so, again, my video was just to highlight those things and the lack of knowledge. As she said, she was naive. She was in love, but she was just looking just like you ship a barrel and boom, 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 it gets cleared and it comes. That's it. That's what they told her. That's what it sounded like up there. But when you get to Jamaica, it's not the same as, 10,000, pick up your barrel. It's totally different. You're talking about huge amounts of monies, especially if you're putting brand new things in the container. The customs have to get their money. If you didn't get the paper from the office for returning residents, you have no allowances. And so you're going to have to pay like a regular person picking up one single barrel. So that's the story, guys. That's what I wanted to highlight. She gave me the opportunity to tell her story. And I encourage her to start a YouTube channel, because she has many stories. She was a nurse. She has a lot of advice she can give to others. Very intellectual woman. Don't think she was an idiot. She wasn't. She isn't. Very, very intellectual woman. And but these things happen. Our experiences are what drives us. So when you don't know, no matter how much education you have, if you're not experienced in this part of what you're doing, education is nothing. So you have to experience it, you have to research it, you have to ask questions, you have to get in there and say, dag, all of that? All right, let me decide, am I going to ship the stuff or am I going to buy stuff down there? And that's it. So my people, take good care of yourselves. Make it a great day. We're having so much rain out here and so much thunder, booming, booming, booming thunder. We had rain already this morning. Thank God last night we didn't have any. So when I lay down to sleep, I slept like a baby. Didn't wake until the alarm went off this morning at 7:30. I could wake up Kayla and start getting her ready for school. But the night before, the lightning, the thunder, it was loud. Every time it comes down, you thought it was going to be okay. Here comes another downpour with the Lord. Oh my God, I was just up. Yesterday I was so broken. I was so tired. But last night I made up for it. I showered and I got in bed at 12, almost 12:30. I couldn't wait up for just to look at the premiere, but that's how it works sometimes. So much love to all of you. Take good care of yourselves. If you can't be good, be careful. Walk good, do good as we continue onward and upwards. So continue to build, guys. Some days you're going to start climbing upwards, all right? So whatever questions you have, I hope I answered your questions, because I don't want you to focus on the relationship and talk about her husband. That's for another day, another time, because I'm telling you, he was somebody who would go find the fruits for her. She was never in need of stuff like that, right? So as she said in the comment, I pinned it, she had, there's no perfection anywhere. I don't care who we are. Don't lie and tell us, my husband is the best, he's perfect. No, there's no perfection. And so, but for her, what she knows what satisfied her, what made her happy, what made her content. And so that's what we should focus on. Take care, my people. Much, much love to you all. Bye.